It's London, it's live. Thank you for watching. This is the show that's making a mark that cannot be erased. Tonight we have a special guest with us by the name of, I'm not going to tell his whole name, but by the name of Bree. And we're going to be discussing a very interesting topic concerning the gospel music industry, as well as some artists that are well known out there in the industry, gospel rap, gospel hip hop, and a lot of individuals look up to these persons, and there's been a release of some information concerning some things that have happened recently. So we're just here to update you and to talk about what has taken place. Let's start with talking about the truth. I don't know if some of you guys have heard, but the truth has recently been allegedly caught in an affair with gospel hip-hop's Tye Tribbett's wife. So I'm just going to read the article that was posted online, and it goes like this. Grammy-nominated gospel rapper The Truth has allegedly been caught having an affair with fellow gospel rapper's wife and was suspended indefinitely from his recording label. Cross-movement recording artist Emmanuel, better known as The Truth Lambert, has been indefinitely suspended from the label Cross-Movement Records for allegedly having an affair with his best friend's wife. His best friend was Tye Tribbett, member of the Grammy-nominated and stellar award-winning group Tye Tribbett and G.A. It was his wife that The Truth was sleeping with. Now get this. Earlier this year, Tye Tribbett was caught cheating himself, sleeping with a member of his choir who was his good friend's baby mama. So now we've caught wind that The Truth, who is Tye Tribbett's mentee, is having an affair with Tye Tribbett's wife, Shantae. Is Shantae getting Tye Tribbett back for cheating on her earlier this year? The Truth has not straight out said that this is true, but he later went on his personal website to apologize, and this is the words of The Truth, and quote, "In light of a moral indiscretion in my own personal life, I will be taking a sabbatical from the music industry and teaching upon fulfilling my current commitments to work closely with my pastor, church, and restoration team. I have repented, first to God and then to my wife and family. It is my prayer that my family, supporters, and the brethren in Christ will collectively be able to forgive me." Now, those were The Truth's own words and statements concerning this alleged affair with gospel hip-hop's Tye Tribbett's wife, Shantae. So tonight I have a guest, and this guest happens to be an individual who follows cross movement and their artists. Likewise, this guest that I have with me tonight also looks up to such artists as The Truth and those that are on the label of cross movement, and has taken his lifestyle and transformed his lifestyle by using these gospel artists as an alternative to the hip-hop and R&B industry that is basically out there for the world, such as Jay-Z and, P. Diddy and Beyonce, whatever those worldly artists that we have out there. He has taken the initiative as a child of God and a Christian to use the cross movement and their music as a Christian alternative to worldly music. So here we have tonight Bree, and Bree is going to answer some questions and make some statements about his personal input on this alleged affair between The Truth and Shantae. So I want to thank you for being a guest tonight. I want to thank you for being here, and just in your own words, if you could just briefly express and give us some input on how this has affected your outlook on their ministry, and not just their outlook, the outlook on their ministry, but how has this affected you as a fan of The Truth?
Thank you for having me on the show. Honestly, this hasn't affected my relationship with Cross Movement, my seeing them as models, because we all fall down in the gospel. You know, it's how we bounce back. You know, him taking the time to say, you know, I want to go on a sabbatical because of my infidelity in my marriage, as well as an ambassador who's also his mentor. You know, it shows that, you know, they know they're wrong and they're not going to keep going further in their ministry by recording and telling us to, you know, abstain from the ways of the world, while they're also doing the same thing. So they're taking this time to, you know, get themselves together so that way they don't lead other people astray. I know some people, you know, The Truth, when he was the first artist I've heard, you know, and that got me going into rhyming and becoming fully devoted to Christ. So it doesn't affect my relationship with him, or it doesn't affect my outlook towards him, because we all have faults. But it's not to use that as an example. Like, we're all humans. We're all going to fall down. You know, holiness is to man it's a standard, but to Christ is an expectation. It's a criteria to be holy, and that's the only way we're going to see Christ. You know, but I think they're going to bounce back, and I mean, I still listen to their music. I still wholeheartedly follow them, because, you know, they set the way for not just gospel artists or Christian rappers, but they set the way to live holy and still be, you know, cool for like younger people. You know, like, it gives us an alternative besides the Jay-Z's, the Nas's, everything else out in the secular world that's going to lead so many young people astray. I'm praying for his family. You know, like, it's a tough thing to go through, especially tough in this day and age, because so much information is released digitally that everybody knows your information. Everybody knows what's going on in your life. You know, I'm sure this details he didn't want anybody to know about it. You know, it's already enough to have people already know you're already committed adultery, but to have all this information come out that it was Tye Tribbett and his wife, and then also concerning with Tye Tribbett. So I pray for his family.
Okay, one of the things that you just brought up and mentioned that I admire is the fact that you said that we make mistakes and that we're all human. So one of the things, for those of you that are watching, that I want you to know is that we're not here trying to bash anyone. We're not here trying to prove that anyone has been living alternative lifestyles or hidden lifestyles or hidden agendas, but more so what we're doing is breaking the ice, so to speak, concerning some things that has been going on, and not just that, but also allowing people to know that at the end of the day, whether gospel artist or whoever you are in the industry and out in the world, and when I say out in the world, we may not be out in the world in the sense of other artists that are in the music industry, but we are in the world because people know us, people know our names, people watch us, people follow us, people are following what we're doing. So more so what I'm trying to say is that for those that are out there in the gospel music industry that are in the limelight, now we see an instance now where relationships kind of have gone the wrong direction, and that could have happened in various forms and various different reasons. We all have friends and people that we confide in and that we talk to and that we confide things into, and sometimes that opens the door